person that he met, regardless of their background. Coach lived a life of change and prosper. He went from a modest upbringing on the streets to a member of the United States Air Force, a college football player, professional football player, teacher, coach, and then on to become a very well-educated educational administrator. Things that you need to know about Coach. He was born in Pennsylvania. He was tough as nails. He played with the best helmets they could make, and he played before they had face masks. He had forgotten more about football, education, relationships, and life than the rest of us will ever learn. Dedicated over 50 is in the Hall of Fame for his accomplishments as an athlete and coach. Coached multiple professional Olympic athletes and came out of the hospital to coach one of our scrimmages because he wasn't going to miss being there for you. He went into the hospital after our playoff game because he was not supposed to be outside for an extended period. It was 30 degrees that evening, but he wasn't going to let you down. He loved you all. While many people look forward to their day of retirement, Coach Gundry looked forward to the next day that he could work with you all. He took his last job in life at the age of 83. This job was an assistant football coach and track coach for all here at PG. As a program, both football and track, we're blessed to have had the opportunity to have been impacted by Coach Gundry. Years will go before most of you really understand the impact he had in your lives. But please know that you just met a once-in-a-lifetime legend. At this time, please pause for a moment of silence. Thank you. Ladies and gentlemen, now please rise and remove your caps as we honor America with our national anthem performed by Prince George Choir students Abby Glazier, Nadia Artist, Casey Figueroa, Gavin Tony. will be set to see the open kickoff.
We are here for week 6 of high school football. We've got the Meadowbrook Monarch taking on the Prince George Royals here in Prince George, Virginia. This is it. This is week 6, the last game of the season. It all comes down to this game on playoff contingents. Prince George is currently in the 4th seed, which means that if with a win tonight, they will be in the playoffs. So this should be a good one. We got a little bit of a late start, but we've got Prince George with the ball to start the game. How you doing tonight, Justin?
Oh, hi.
Hello, hey.
Not too bad, brother. How are you doing?
Not too bad, man. Week 6, we're here.
You were doing great. I was going to let you just have it for a little bit. But I am not doing too bad, and I believe Jaheim White was the one that returned the kickoff to put him in such great field position. Great place to start. I think one of the best spots for Prince George all season. That's Curtis Allen to the left.
Again, a name we've said all season long, and I think we'll probably continue to say tonight. Curtis Allen, I mean, he's carried this team. They had a good duo last week that I think that they're going to stick with, especially leading into a playoff situation where you got the 2 running back system between Curtis Allen and
Javon Davis Lee.
Yep.
Which is in right now, and he just took the handoff.
Again, I mean, right up the middle for a first down. When you've got kind of the 1-2 punch, you've got Curtis Allen who will get you a couple, and then Davis Lee that'll get you a couple. You know, it's hard to veer away from that running game when you've got 2 strong runners.
No doubt. I mean, back-to-back. I mean, first down from them, back-to-back runs up the middle. I mean, we've talked about it all season, and especially last week during Petersburg. I mean, great 1-2 punch with them, too. And they're completely different runners.
For sure. Well, they're completely different styles, but they just bring out the best in each other. That you got Curtis Allen up the middle to the right side, and he's going to go all the way in for an early score. That is going to be a touchdown for Prince George.
Did you see the block that Keandre Ruff just did to give him that hole?
I did, right there. Yep. Right
He
at
was
line.
the one that opened that hole up. I mean, you could have drove a truck through that hole.
That's something that we've talked about a lot this year, too. I mean, how good that offensive line is from Prince George. I mean, to create these gaps for these guys to just kind of walk right on in.
And the gaps, I mean, Curtis Allen thrives on the middle. I mean, we talk, I mean, he can literally take the middle. He can just bounce it to the outside. But even just Javon Davis Lee, he's one of those that's best with the one-on-ones and all
right
that.
To the outside. So the kick is up and no good. So that is going to be a 6-0 game to start off.
Prince George strikes early.
That's something that you like to see here towards the end of the season, because at the beginning of the season they were kind of non-existent until the second half.
Yep.
First 2 games they had no offense going whatsoever until the second half, and then they both times came out with big comeback wins. You know, didn't have the same luck against Thomas Dale, but again, look at Colonial Heights. Put a number on them.
Yep.
They played Petersburg last week, and although Petersburg they were in it until halftime, Prince George just put it away.
Prince George is good at controlling the second half.
Yeah.
Their defense loves to show up and right at halftime.
Right.
I don't know what the halftime speech is by the defensive coordinator, but I just want to show up and take a couple notes.
Yeah, right.
Santino with the kick. Figured about number 7 from Meadowbrook. That is Samuel Rice.
He's going to take it right to the 40-yard line. Fun fact about Meadowbrook is right now they are 0-24. They have not won a game this season.
Now, who is that a fun fact for?
Prince George.
Okay.
Prince George fans, anybody listening? That's a fun fact.
Let's say it's a 50% fun fact right here for everybody.
0-24. They haven't won a game this year. They were winless last year and the season before that. In 2017-18 season. And he has met early, right? He tried to do a little fake give, kept it, and took a big sack. Yeah, my point on that is, I mean, I think with a new coach now, this is the first season with the new head coach. I think that he's going to try to spark a little life. You know, I think that you're going to see a different Meadowbrook team coming out here because they want to get a win. You know, they don't. As a brand new head coach, you don't want to go the whole season without a win. They are going to do a little dump pass right to the middle, and he's going to take it up to about the 45-yard line. I was watching Meadowbrook practice, though. I mean, they were having some good routes. And that quarterback was getting the ball into some pretty good situations. You know, and again, it's practice, but
yeah,
they looked good.
Yeah, that was Callie Coward hooking up with Justin Burton there.
So it's 3rd and 5 on the 45, and the quarterback is going to keep it up the middle, and he's going to be taken down about a yard or two short of the first down.
Has the fake jet sweep ever gotten big yardage?
Has it ever? Probably.
Probably. Okay, all right, my bad.
This early in a game, it's questionable. I just right now you've got to get your feet under you before you start trying to throw some oddballs at them. You know.
Yeah.
They are going to go for it. Oh, and there is a flag.
On Prince George.
Offsides on Prince George. That's going to be an automatic first down. I would like to have seen what happened there, you know, without the flag, actually going for it on 4. I'd have liked to have seen if they got it. But again, I think you're going to see a different style play. I think in a normal situation, you would just punt the ball and call it a day. But, you know, going winless, trying to make something happen here.
No doubt. I mean,
another little dump forward pass, and he picks it back up and he gets taken down. I think they're going to say incomplete because it was just that little dump, you know?
Yeah. You've got a lot of kinks working out. I mean, you're coming into 2 years of a system not working.
Right.
You've got to come in. You've got to build a foundation. You've got to. I mean,
you got to build a culture.
You got to build a culture. Yes.
You know, like the culture that they had before. I mean, we saw it last season. At the end of the game last season, last game of the season, I mean, the big fight broke out.
Yep.
You know, they were down and they had no reason to be fighting, but they were just out there.
You're tired of losing, but
right.
At the same time,
it's just a bad culture, and I think that, you know, this coach is trying to do his best to change that. So he is going to get the ball and run it up. He's going to get about a yard out of that. Looks like it was Elijah Nicholas that carried the ball. So it's going to bring up 3rd and 9 for Meadowbrook.
On a drive that got prolonged by offsides.
He's going to step back for the pass. He's going to throw it deep
for
an interception. Wow.
That is, when he stands up, I'll let you know. Is that Jaheim White again?
Wow. That's something that we saw a lot last week, and even against Thomas Dale. This defense, if you get them in a position, they're gonna pick it.
Oh,
like, it's something that they
practice it religiously
right.
before the game. I mean, I've seen
it
just
a minute ago,
5 times so far. You know, yeah.
We were just laughing at the beginning when they were practicing because they were throwing the ball and it was like those corners were just getting to it before the receivers were.
You can't do it if you don't practice it.
Right. So that's going to be 1st and 10 on the 22. 7 minutes and 22 seconds to go of this quarter. Tahir Johnson pass to the left side. Gets it all the way up to the 48-yard
That's
line.
one of his favorite receivers in Stephon Hicks this season.
Again, we talk about Tahir Johnson a lot too, and I mean, because of plays like that, he had pressure all the way up, but he just waited for his guy. He knew where his guy was going to be open, and he hit him right where he needed to.
I love when they finally let Tahir put some air on the ball.
Me too, because he can throw it.
Especially when he gets some time.
So it's 1st and 10 on the 47, just under 7 minutes of this quarter.
It's Davis Lee to the left.
He's going to take it up to, looks like the 45.
Yep, right at the 45-yard line.
Pickup of 7 there.
Make it about
2nd and 3.
Yep. Still got Davis Lee, I believe, in the backfield.
Davis Lee again to the right side to pick up a 1st down.
He's just so explosive. He's fast from the moment his hands get the ball. I mean,
yeah, that's like what we were talking about a second ago. You know, the Curtis Allen and him with different runs. Curtis Allen will muscle you through. You know,
he's patient. He'll muscle it. He'll wait for it to develop. Where Javon Davis Lee's, he's just dying to get it to where it's one-on-one in that secondary, and he gets there in the blink of an eye. You got Curtis Samuel back. I mean, Curtis Allen.
Wow, okay, a little Panthers action there.
Redskins or Washington football team now.
Okay. So that's Curtis Allen to the right side. And he's going to get it up for another 1st down.
He's got to be right at the line, if anything.
I think that they're going to give it to him.
Yep, they gave it to him.
Yeah, the ref is telling them to move the sticks.
They've been pretty close to perfect so far
Yeah.
on both their drives. Chris Allen coming over to take a breath. He was hyped up before this game.
Yeah.
Watching him over here,
he had a game last week.
He
a
did.
Touchdown.
He did.
Yeah, I mean, how could you not be excited to come into the last week?
But he looked like a little true leader over here. He was the one that was getting the team hyped for a little bit, and you just love to see it.
Tahir Johnson steps back for a pass, and it just batted away. There is a flag on the field.
And he knew that was a risky throw.
Yeah.
He knew.
Curtis Allen was the one who got in position to catch that ball.
I think he just had it off his hands, but what are they calling?
I think that's going to be
Got to be pass interference.
pass
A holding.
interference. Yeah, spot of the foul.
Well, it's 15 yards here, I
Is
believe.
it?
Yeah, in high school, like college.
An eligible man downfield. So it doesn't matter. They're going to be right where they were.
Yeah, when your quarterback's scrambling, it's always real hard to know as a lineman whether to stay put
Right.
or to keep blocking because you don't know what he's going to do when you have a RPO-style quarterback.
Curtis Allen.
Just
This is what
bouncing.
we're talking about right there. Just muscling
Look
his
at
way
this.
through and stays on his feet all the way down. They're going to say he's inches short.
There's no way.
Wow. But that's what we're talking about. He just muscles through. When
He looked
you
like a
think he should
pinball.
be going down, he stays on his feet and keeps it moving. What another run.
I'm going to miss watching that all the rest of this spring and summer.
Me too. He is a junior. He'll be here next year.
Hopefully I'll be here next year.
Hopefully. They're going to power in for another score. That was Chris Allen again with another one.
Man!
There we go. So we got, who scored the first one?
Was it Curtis? It was Curtis. It was Curtis Allen the first
All
one.
right, so back-to-back scores, 2 different brothers, 2 different Allens.
I had one. Your turn. Here you go.
There you go, buddy.
Here's just a celeb shot.
So they're going to go for 2 here to try to put it back to an even game. 14-0.
They got the Allen brothers lined up at fullback and halfback.
They're going to give to Curtis Allen. He's going to do a little dump pass back. I think in that situation, Curtis probably should have just held on and taken the loss, you know?
I mean, I get it.
That was risky.
That was risky, but
Worst case, though, is they would have picked up 2 out of it, you know? So it's not the end of the world, but it's risky. But so that's going to be 12.
it was a little different. Did
early.
you see that play? It was a fake handoff to
Yeah.
Chris, and then a twist back around to get it to Kurt. There was just a lot of movement on that play.
In such a tight little spot right there
Such
on
a
the goal
tight.
line.
You know they're sending everybody in the house right there.
So yeah, 12-0 early. We've got 5 minutes and 22 seconds left of this quarter, and already 2 scores from Prince George.
Prince George is looking great this first half. Get another kick from Santino Freeman.
Good kick.
Good moves.
Wow, what a run by Meadowbrook, and
He gets
ran
met by Santiano, the
Yeah.
kicker.
looked like he ran into a brick wall. Don't you just love that when
He's
the
going to
kicker gets
remember that one.
involved? Yes.
He's going to remember that one. You got popped by the kicker, is what I'm going to be saying on the ride home. Just so you know, that was Samuel Rice that got popped by the kicker.
So Meadowbrook is going to have the ball, looks about the 39-yard line, looking for their first down.
They got one off a penalty last
Off a
time.
penalty, but
Hey, it counts. Inch or a mile, a W is a W. I think Curtis Allen has to come out since his helmet came off.
so a 2nd and 7 on the 41 for Meadowbrook. Ooh,
Clock.
high snap, and it goes backwards.
I believe that's a fumble recovery by Prince George, I believe.
They're going to say Meadowbrook grabbed it, but
There was a lot of green jerseys
Yeah.
in that area. That's Meadowbrook ball.
so that's going to be 3rd and very long.
Third and almost half a football field. No, never mind.
About a quarter.
About a quarter. Sorry, math was off.
3rd and 21. They're going to go for a pass here. Short. So that's going to bring up 4th down. I don't think you're going to see him go for this one. I like the gutsy style moves, but I wouldn't shoot my chances here.
Just not feeling it, Mr. Risk.
Nope.
No.
I like to play a risky game, but not that risky.
You're only on your own 30.
I mean, why not?
Only one.
21 yards, you know, haven't picked up your own first down, you know. Shoot it, why not?
There might be an offsides.
It might be. Get 5. So then you would need, 26 more?
Stephon Hicks
Or
almost got in
16
there to
more?
block that.
So the kick is going to take it back to looks about the 43. Prince George will get the ball.
Picked up by Shavar Smith from Meadowbrook. Clock right at what, 3:50? Clear day today. The sun is rolling in this booth.
Yeah. Yeah, it's nice. It's been a chilly day, but again, this reminds you of those fall crisp football nights.
This feels like a last game kind of weather.
Davis Lee in the backfield. And Tahir is going to keep it.
Slings it to Stephon Hicks.
He is going to take it up for a first down and more. Stays on his feet all the way to about the 30.
Right at the 30.
Yeah, we're going to call it the 29. Good pass, good run. I like that they're getting everybody involved early. Again, Prince George, we have seen so much running at the beginning of the game, and they completely veer from their passing game. But here, they're kind of getting everybody involved early.
Isn't it crazy how used to running for his life Tahir Johnson is to be able to make those throws? Like,
it's crazy.
it's not fun to throw a ball when you're being chased by somebody twice your size.
Tahir Johnson steps back for the pass
moves.
again. And he's just thrown out of bounds. There is a flag.
Holding on the offense. Personal foul.
Targeting, wow.
Penalties offset.
Whoa.
Targeting and holding offset each other.
Wow, that's
Okay.
interesting play call, but you know.
I would love for somebody to break that down for me.
Yeah. So does the targeting warning still apply? You would hope you assume?
I mean, you would think.
Looks like Tahir in shotgun formation on this one. Steps back for the pass again.
Got his man.
Got his guy.
That is Jaden Banks with the reception.
Gonna pick up, looks like 2 out of it. Bring up a 2nd and 8.
Curtis Allen checking back in. Davis Lee checking out.
There was a timeout taken from Prince George. What? Yeah, so I mean this game means a lot to both teams. Obviously Meadowbrook's trying to get rid of that goose egg, and Prince George is trying to solidify their playoff spot. With a win here, that puts them at the 4th seed. In their division, you're looking at Manchester, Hermitage, and then the battle between Highland Springs and Verina. Manchester and Hermitage are pretty much going to wrap up that 1-2 spot depending on how their games go tonight. And then that 3 spot comes down to who wins the Highland Springs Verina game. That'll stick them at that 3rd seed.
But PG has to win.
They have to win this one. If they ended up 4, they would play number 1. So it would either be Manchester or Hermitage.
Yep. It's going to be a little bit of their biggest task that they've had all season.
For sure. Both of those are incredible football programs.
Chris Allen in motion.
Going to give to Curtis, and he's going to go backwards. He's going to go behind the line of scrimmage.
That was Khalil Lofton getting him in the backfield there.
That's going to bring up a 3rd and 11. If I'm Prince George right here, I'm playing a fast-paced game.
Mm-hmm.
They were playing a fast-paced first 2 possessions, and it took them all the way down the field both times. I think you don't want to slow that momentum down any.
You want to be cool, calm, and collected, though, because when you start getting that fast pace going in, you're going to make a mistake, and you don't want to come out of this game with a mistake on anybody's mind.
Right.
You almost want this to be the perfect game so you can go into Hermitage or Manchester.
Tahir steps back for a big
Got him.
pass, and he is just dropped.
Oh, he had it, but
Wow. That was Keandre Harris.
that was Justin Burton from Meadowbrook on the hit, though.
Wow. So that brings up 4th and 11. Looks like they're gonna go for it here. Feeling risky.
You're up 12. You're
in that weird sweet
Yeah.
spot. You know,
Yeah.
you might as well. I think they're gonna try their hand with Tahir passing again.
I mean, that's exactly what I would do. I mean,
He's about to take a
wide
big hit.
open.
Yep, he took a big sack out of bounds.
I mean, but he just had no time. But he had Lee Peterson wide open down the seam.
Yeah, he, like you said, he just had no time. By the time he started to look down the field, he had somebody in his face, and he was just trying to play keep away.
That's a good feeling for Meadowbrook, too.
So 1st and 10 for Meadowbrook. He's going to take it up for, looks like about a gain of 6. We're going to call it about 4. So that's going to bring up 2nd and 6 on the 41 for Meadowbrook.
Second and manageable.
Nice screen pass. Almost got tipped. And they are in for a first down.
That was Wesley Bostic almost swatting it away, but Meadowbrook's first down of the game.
Trying to get in this.
Chris Allen coming to get a breath.
So 1st and 10 on the 47, 15 seconds to go of this quarter. He's going to have a nice run up for a first down, taking it to about the 41.
That was Justin Burton once again carrying the ball from Meadowbrook. That should, I would think, take us to the end of the first quarter. Yeah, they're not going to be able to.
Nope, that's the end of the first quarter there. So now we are going to flip sides of the field.
It's not that long of a walk this time.
No, about 20 yards. Yeah, I'd say both teams, are looking good right this second. Meadowbrook has had a rough first quarter, but this drive, it looks like they're starting to get something going.
Yeah, Prince George looking pretty good. I don't know what stalled him out so bad right here at the 30-yard line this past drive, but looking pretty solid this game so far.
Yeah, on all aspects. They 2 scores and interception in the first quarter. Can't ask for much more than that.
I'm not mad.
Yeah. Maybe you could start getting a couple of extra points, but I'll take the touchdowns.
Got to find something to complain about.
Not a complaint, just
a recommendation?
Yeah, an observation.
An observation. Okay, I like that.
If you get an extra point, that's more points on the board. Right?
Don't ask me right after that.
It's like, you really needed me to solidify that.
That's how it works, right?
Yes, that's exactly how it works.
So
If the ball goes through the uprights or if you go into the end zone, points go somewhere.
Okay. I'm only kidding. I do like the call to go for 2 on the first one, or I mean on the second one, to try to even it back out.
Of course.
Just giving them a hard time. Prince George is signaling that they have the ball, and they do. Wow, fumble by Meadowbrook on the first play of the second quarter.
You just had to jinx them, didn't you?
Oof, I'm sorry. So that is going to be Prince George with the ball on looks to be the 43.
about 8.
So it looks a gain of about 8. I think we should be back. I think the audio is live. Let us know in the comments if we're having any issues, but I think we should be good to go. A lot of big play there while we were down. Prince George defense stepping
Big sacks
up.
on both sides of the ball.
Yeah, for sure. So 3rd and 8, 3 minutes and 53 seconds of this half. Got to hear Johnson back in shotgun, stepping back for a pass. Again, scrambling for his life, but staying on his feet.
What a block by Davis Lee, too.
What a run.
Still trying to make something out of it.
Somehow picks up a 1st down and much more, taking it to the 18-yard line. Again, we were talking about
He got there because Davis Lee threw a shoulder block about at the 30.
I mean, that's just something. I mean, we talk about Tahir Johnson's run. He's always explosive. He's able, when you think he's going down, he stays on his feet. But he's got his guys who, if they're not getting open to make a catch, they're catching a block for him. You know, I mean, there's just so much teamwork going on.
Yep.
So that's going to be a 1st and 10 on the 19. Clock still ticking, about 3 minutes at the half. Pass to that right side with his man wide open.
That's Chandler Nunley taking it up to what looks to be about the 6-yard line. His first reception of the night.
So 1st and 7. 1st and goal.
1st and goal.
However you want to look at it. Got Curtis Allen in the backfield with his brother ahead of him, Chris. They're going to give to Curtis, and he's going to walk right on in for
Virtually
another score.
untouched.
That is going to make this a 25-0 game
That
as it
is
sits.
3 touchdowns on the night for Curtis Allen and still 1 for his brother.
Wow. What a game. I mean, what a season. With this season coming towards an end, you know, we've got postseason next week, but as a regular season goes, I mean, for six games, kind of a whole lot of uncertainty with if it was even going to be played. I mean, then to come out and play as well as he has is impressive.
Very impressive. I mean, I think the first game out, he almost got 200 yards.
And he only played 3 quarters.
You know, he got snubbed a quarter. You know he would have got it.
So we've got 2 minutes and 25 seconds to go of this half. For you watching at home, usually we take a short break on halftime. This week we will have a guest speaker talking to you all, showing for the homecoming. So stay tuned for that.
I believe our first halftime show.
I like it. So 26-0. 2 minutes and 25 seconds to go of the half. Prince George is playing good ball.
Great ball. Great ball all across the board.
This is one of those ones when you walk, you know, depending on what happens with this drive here, this is one of those ones you walk into the halftime locker room and you say, keep doing what you're doing. You know? I
You're doing
expect
great.
nothing more of you, nothing less.
I imagine they're going to cruise pretty hard the second half if they can keep this
Whoa.
momentum up. But what a big return from Meadowbrook.
Big hit. There's a flag. Poor number 12 there for Prince George.
Dustin Wetstein.
Took a hit there at the end. Have you ever heard of the old lawn chair?
Folded.
Folded. When somebody gets hit, falls on their back, and their toes almost touch the grass behind them. That's almost what happened there.
Ooh.
penalty looks like it is on Meadowbrook.
I believe it was an unsportsman.
They're not losing any yards out of it.
They're not covering the other receiver over here.
Big pass to that left side, and he just misses his man.
Great coverage by Brandon Jennings.
Great coverage because, like you said,
He passed off the first guy perfect.
Yeah. So that's going to bring up 2nd and 10 on the 30.
He legit covered 2 receivers for half of that play.
Yeah. Like you were saying, you were wondering what was going to happen there with 2 receivers, 1 corner, and no safeties really playing that free safety to catch the other guy.
Yeah. Now we get stopped quick in the backfield.
Yeah, he's going to lose about 4 out of that. Going to bring up 3rd and 15 on the 25. 1:33 on the clock. Clock is still ticking.
Not anymore.
Not anymore. Timeout, Meadowbrook. Again, stay tuned with us through halftime. Me and Jesse will be back afterwards, but you will have a homecoming celebration to watch in the meantime. Said I can't get over how well this team is gelling on this game. You know, I mean, just on all sides, on defense, on offense. I mean, just their teamwork. You know, you got running backs catching blocks for a quarterback. You know, it's just you can't ask for much more. You know, you hope they can keep it up through this second half, and then show up for the postseason. You know, they made it to the postseason last year where they played deep run, and I mean they had a game all the way down to the end. They happened to lose it, but I mean it was such an accomplishment being there. That was their first playoff appearance in 23 years, I believe. So I mean to have back-to-back seasons where you make the postseason and you're in contingents to make it again. I mean, it just shows how much work these coaches have put into this program to completely turn it around.
Oh, no doubt. Dropping back, attempting to look at that. There's 4, 5, 6. I mean, there's
Wow.
everybody in this.
You had possibly the entire defense trying to get
There's
that quarterback,
1, 2,
but they are
3,
going to
4,
take him
5.
down.
There were 6 people in that backfield. There was only 5 defensive backs, 1 free safety.
Wow.
Like,
Great play. I mean, that's going to bring up 4th and forever. With under a minute to go, clock still ticking.
I'm sorry, I just saw a little bit of a pun in that with forever. Okay, 4th, no. All right,
You know.
no. All right.
Quite the punster over here.
Clock's still rolling on down to about 40 seconds.
Yeah, I think Meadowbrook at this point is just going to try to waste as much time as they
You're
can. They're not going to, especially backed up this far, they're not trying to put that ball back into Prince George's hands.
Oh, no.
Looks like a timeout was called.
On the Monarchs once again.
So it's going to bring up, still saying 4th and 15. But that is not correct.
I'm gonna beat you off the concept.
So 4th and 25 is what they're calling it. 34 seconds to go. Clock is stopped for a timeout. So I think the game plan here is just try your best to keep it out of their hands. You know, you don't want anything crazy happening here in these last 30 seconds.
If you don't score, you end this half with the ball in your hands.
Yeah.
Which is going to be real hard to
You
do
can't.
on 4th and 25.
Right, you can't. I mean, you've got to hope that your kicker puts you in a good situation.
Oh, yeah, all right, yeah. I ain't know they were counting. Thought I still saw the quarterback out there.
4th and 25. You feeling that, Darren? Jesse?
I mean, down 26 in the last one. You ain't won a game yet. Why not? Oh!
Oh my God.
That's exactly what you didn't want to
I don't think-
happen. So that's going to give Meadowbrook the ball on the 50.
Whoa!
That was a kick. The punt returner kind of fumbled it there, dropped the ball, and Meadowbrook was able to pick it up. That is going to be the biggest play
Wow.
Meadowbrook's had this game so far.
He hammered him. He muffed the punt and just got rocked. I mean,
There was a flag. I'm curious to see what that is.
I want to see what they're going to go. If they call personal foul, I mean, I don't think so.
You would hope not, because I mean
He was
he
already
went for
in
that ball.
motion.
He dropped the ball. It wasn't like somebody hit him to make him drop it. Or
Yeah, no,
anything
he
like
dropped
that.
it, but
he
the
dropped the ball and then took a big hit
The
afterwards.
guy that came in and laid the big hit is what I think they're trying to call the penalty on. Personal foul? Yeah, look.
Wow.
I mean, he was already in motion.
I don't agree with that call. What am
Le-
I gonna do
it's a
about
legal
it up
helmet
here?
contact.
Okay.
So, I mean, I will take that.
All right,
but
yeah. You know, if you're just calling personal foul, I don't agree. But you know, if you're gonna take helmet to helmet, you've got to look at their safety as top priority.
long.
You know, especially in this high school level. But I think Meadowbrook's just. I just don't think they're out of it. You know, although the score would show that they're out of it, I just don't think mentally they're out of it, and they're gonna try to put these hits on them.
So, is that about to make it 4th and even longer and they got a re-kick?
Yep.
Whoa.
And 4th and 33. So more than a quarter of the field to go.
You got it.
Got it.
Spread
Throw it deep.
formation.
Do they not get their time back? It dropped down to 22 seconds.
I don't
Do they
think
not
so.
get their
Yeah,
time
I
back
don't
with
think
the
so.
penalty?
Unless they're waiting on it. Unless that is what they're waiting on.
A lot of discussion with not that much ball game left, or not that much of this half.
Yeah, like I said, I think they're waiting on the clock. Yep.
Wow, all the way back into his own end zone.
He couldn't get any deeper.
So Prince George is going to get the ball. It looks to be the 35-yard line
You let
with
Tahir send
11
it.
seconds to go.
You just let Tahir have it these last two plays.
Yeah, I mean, if you're fast, you could get 2 plays off here. You know, you're really kind of drilling that wedge.
I got you.
Going that hard at this late in the quarter and this late in the half, but
The average play is 6 to 7 seconds. So as long as he can get out of bounds.
do you play that aggressive 26? I agree. I say don't let your foot off the gas, especially knowing that you're going into a postseason situation. You
Yep.
know, I say don't let it off, but
Yeah, I'm putting it in Tahir's hands. I'm letting him have it.
it looks like they're in a pass formation
They
here.
are.
Look,
Going
they're gonna
deep.
throw deep.
Got
to
Curtis.
Allen, and
He
is
just couldn't track it.
Oh man, just behind him.
With 4 seconds left, I'm putting
Wow.
it right back
Yeah,
into
do it
Tahir's
again.
hands. Like, that's exactly what I'm saying. Even if
Do
the first
it
one
again.
doesn't hit, you just let him do it again. I mean, what are you going to be
I
hurt?
love though that Curtis Allen is coming in. You know, like this guy is running down the field. He's catching blocks. He's running the ball. Wow. So that's going to be 2nd and 10 again on the 35 with 4 seconds to go.
Yeah, I'm letting him do it all over again.
Yeah, for sure. Why not?
Making a move. He's just going to take it himself.
Wow. Another beautiful run to that left side. There is a flag, but he's going to get it up for a score. Let's see if it holds.
I don't know.
I don't think it's going to. I think they're going to say that was a hold. On
That or a
Prince
block in
George's
the
offense.
back. I couldn't see.
I don't think he's going to get it, but what another amazing run. Whether you get the score or you don't, you're happy the play happened.
Oh,
you
God,
know,
yeah.
again, you're putting a lot of confidence into your guys. Again, whether it sticks or it doesn't.
I want to say it looked like a block got messed up. I just can't tell if it was Hunter Lewis or Chris
illegal
Allen.
block in the back. That's what it was.
That's what I was thinking. Because he took down 2 guys, it almost looked like.
So that's going to take them back 10 to bring up 3rd and 20.
3rd time's the charm.
With 0 time on the clock. So I think they're going to get, with that penalty, they'll get 1 more play out of it. So again, 2nd and 20.
Davis Lee in the backfield. Curtis Allen in the slot. I've got to get that right.
So here Johnson's going to throw it deep.
Got him.
Got his guy in the back of the end zone for another score.
What a catch by Willie Jennings.
Wow.
Oh, my God, a diving catch.
I love the aggressiveness. I love the play. I mean, beautiful pass by Tahir Johnson and just a even better catch in that back
That
of
is
the end zone.
5 scores in the first half for Prince George, something I am not used to saying so far this year.
No, 32-0. We're going to go for the extra point here.
Santiano
And it's good.
is doing good.
So that is 33-0 in this first half. Me and Jesse are going to take a step out while you guys get to watch the homecoming. We'll be
Yes.
back in just a little while. Thank you. Yeah. Was she paused?
She's gonna do that. No. You just give her a mic and I got you right here.
Yeah, you
No, their mic.
Oh,
They
their
got-
mic? Oh.
Yeah, they have
Yeah, I think.
they got a mic in there for you.
But they're
I'm sorry.
we're catching her off of our.
No, they just ask for the mic.
We're gonna step out to give y'all some space.
Hello.
All right, sugar, here you go. Closer over here.
Good evening and welcome to our unconventional 2021 homecoming festivities. In these uncertain times, we are excited to be able to recognize our senior homecoming court members. Thank you to Assistant Principal Donna Branch Harris, who is helping with the awards this evening. Thanks also to Mrs. Beals and DECA and Miss Edmondson and the SGA for making our unusual homecoming a success. Now, please welcome our candidates for Homecoming King. Chris Allen is joined by his brother, Curtis. Chris is the captain of the boys basketball team at Prince George High School and is a member of the varsity teams, including football and track and field. Chris has committed to Christopher Newport University, where he will major in business management and minor in entrepreneurship. Chandler Coleman is joined by his mother, Michelle Coleman. Chandler is an outstanding track athlete who has competed at the state meet. He is a past officer of the Prince George High School French Club and in the French Honor Society, and is editor-in-chief of the yearbook. Chandler plans to attend Virginia Commonwealth University to study physical therapy. Casey Figueroa is joined by his stepmother, Dixie Figueroa. Casey is the Prince George High School's Student Government Association president and vice president of public relations for DECA, and is a member of the National Honor Society and Beta. He is deciding between Elon, Clemson, and the University of Oklahoma, and wants to pursue sports management and/or musical theater. Jacob Hill is joined by his mother, Amanda Hill. Along with playing Royals football, Jacob is a major in JROTC and one of the rifle team co-captains. Jacob is going to attend John Tyler Community College for a degree in paramedics and then become a full-time firefighter paramedic. Jacob's dad, Joshua, couldn't be here tonight. Jacob hopes you are watching and you're safe, and he loves you. Larry Lane is joined by his uncle, Leemorn Peterson, Jr. Larry is a DECA officer and plays football and basketball for the Royals. He is going to attend Rosemont. And now, please welcome our candidates for Homecoming Queen. Alessia Ingargiola is joined by her mother, Giuseppa Ingargiola. Alessia is the DECA Vice President of Community Service, the Editor-in-Chief of the yearbook, and the Co-President of Beta. She is in the National Honor Society and on the tennis team. Alessia plans to study pre-dentistry at Randolph-Macon College. Lacey Lipford could not be here with us this evening, but we would still like to recognize her as a member of the Homecoming Court. Lacey is a member of the French Club and French Honor Society, DECA, Pause Vocal, the Chamber Singers, and the Treble Chorale. She plans to take a gap year to audition for vocal performance for colleges across the nation. Cassidy Reed is joined by her mother, Betsy Patterson. Cassidy is the captain of the girls' volleyball team, is the vice president of the Key Club and Battalion XO for JROTC. She is a senior class senator and is in the National Honor Society and DECA. Cassidy will be attending Christopher Newport University, where she plans to double major in psychology and political science. Kaylee Santella is joined by her father, Peter Santella. Kaylee is a senior class senator and is a member of the Beta Club, DECA, Mu Alpha Theta, and the Key Club. She is currently undecided on her future educational plans. Autumn Stotesbury is joined by her father, TJ Stotesbury. Autumn is a manager for the Prince George High School football team, a member of the PG Players Theater Group, and studies nursing at Rwanti. She will be getting her associate's degree in science at John Tyler Community College, then heading to nursing school for her registered nursing license. And now, the fourth runner-up to Homecoming King, Larry Lane. Third runner-up to Homecoming King, Jacob Hill. Second runner-up for Homecoming King, Chandler Coleman. First runner-up to Homecoming King, Chris Allen. And your 2021 Homecoming King, Casey Figueroa. And now for Homecoming Queen. Fourth runner-up for Homecoming Queen, Lacey Lipford, who could not be here with us tonight. Third runner-up to Homecoming Queen, Kaylee Santella. Second runner-up to Homecoming Queen, Autumn Stotesbury. First runner-up to Homecoming Queen, Alessia Ingargiola. And your 2021 Homecoming Queen, Cassidy Reed. Congratulations to all.
We are back for the second half of this game. We've got Prince George up 33-0 against Meadowbrook. Hope you guys enjoyed that homecoming celebration. Congratulations to the homecoming queen, king, and all the nominees. Something I never was. Never even in the talks.
I don't even think we went to a single homecoming.
Nope.
I've already been to more Prince George homecomings than I did Dale's.
Me too. So Meadowbrook is going to get the ball to start the second half. Thinking they're hoping to get some life out of this. You know, again, down 33. It's a tough fight to try to come back and win it. I think again you're just trying to put some points on the board just for momentum.
Yeah.
You know.
You definitely don't want to end the game with a goose egg on your side.
No, offensively, they try to do this a lot. They try to do these QB keeps, and sometimes like that they'll break out for a couple. Prince George's D-line is just too good to try to do that.
Way too athletic,
you know?
way too fast, way too strong, all the way around. I mean, that defensive front is mean.
Right. It's going to bring 2nd and 2 for Meadowbrook on the 34. Timeout on Meadowbrook side. So for perspective, okay, Meadowbrook has played 3 games to this point. This will be their 4th game. Midlothian, they went 46-0. To Petersburg, who we just watched last week, they went 42-6. So they got a point there. Got a score.
Yep.
And Hopewell 55-0. So if they were to put some points on the board here, that would only be the 2nd touchdown of the season. It's, you know, again, I think hats off to the coach for taking the position, you know, because again, that culture is just has been down. You know, I wouldn't say anything else other than it's just been down.
Who wants to walk into a 0-21 team and try to reverse it?
Tough.
I mean, there's nothing easy about it.
And it's one of those things that I'm hoping that the juniors, you know, the sophomores, the people that are going to be stepping into those roles kind of can gain that momentum. You know, hopefully they can get behind this new coach and
They have to. The underclassmen are going to be looking to them.
right. I mean, you hope that they do for the sake of you don't want to see any organization go down like this, you know, go down to have this many consecutive losses. Another QB keep. And he's going to get taken down. That's going to bring up 3rd down.
PG still sending the house. Or at least sending the pressure.
They're putting a lot of pressure on them, and rightfully so. You know, we saw some good passing out of Meadowbrook at the beginning, but since then it's been a lot of QB keeps. So that's 3rd and 6 on the 34, just over 10 minutes in this quarter. Nice little screen pass to that left side to get it up over a 1st down. He's going to take a big hit onto that Prince George sideline.
That was Rashai and knocked Bailey. Meadowbrook there, getting one of their not so many 1st downs of this game.
That would be their 8th of this game so far. Prince George has 18 1st downs. Meadowbrook has now 8.
Oh, real high snap goes over his head. And he can't get... Ooh. I believe that is Meadowbrook ball.
Yeah, I think Meadowbrook was able to get back on it after losing what looks to be about 20 yards.
It's not the way you want to go after your 8th 1st down.
No.
I mean, that's going to be what? It's going to be what, 2nd and 30?
Definitely doesn't help the average. I mean, in the first half, they've rushed it 12 times and have negative 8 yards. So they are averaging negative 0.7 of a yard per rush. They're 13-1, 13 passes.
There was 3 blockers there, and somehow Willie Headley still just got right in there. All 3 of the blockers had their back to him.
Like we said, it's not going to be this season, but you hope they can rally around their coach next season and can get some wins. I mean, you can just see it. You can see it on the field. You can see the slow, and again, that's another high snap.
And they're
that's what
quick.
I'm saying. It's just QB's going to try to keep runs a lot here for a minimal gain.
Pushing the pile forward as best they can to get every yard back that they can. That's going to bring up 4th and extremely long.
Fourth and 30.
I believe there was a timeout on PG there. Take this moment to thank everybody tuning in, especially the ones that have tuned in all season with us. It's been a good one so far.
Yeah, we appreciate y'all a lot. We're going to let you know as soon as we know what happens for next week, as long as Prince George is able to hold that 4th seed. We are obviously going to try our best to be there to broadcast for you guys. Like I said, it should be likely either Manchester or Hermitage, but we will let you guys know as soon as we know. Thank you again. Thank you again for Prince George for allowing us to be here.
Mm-hmm.
It's for a couple of Dale boys to come from Chester, and always kind of pulled for Dale. Really kind of fell into Prince George and made it a home, and we like it. We like watching these kids progress, watching some of these kids go from not really ready for that starting position to now, carrying teams on their back. It's been a lot of fun.
I mean, you've watched it in back-to-back seasons with just 2 people. I mean, last season it was Curtis Allen, and this season it's Javon Davis-Lee.
All right, both in that running back position.
I mean, Stephon Hicks stepping in for Morris.
Yeah.
In
a big – I know he was the starter last year, but watching Tahir Johnson progress has been a lot of fun. That is somebody who I think is going to consistently get better. So 4th and 30, 7 minutes and 36 seconds of this quarter. Another high snap, but he's able to get a hold of it.
That one hung for a little bit. Did you see it? It looked
Yeah.
like it almost just kind of stayed in midair for a second.
So Prince George is going to get the ball with great field position on the opponent's 45.
I believe we've made a quarterback change with Devontae Lee taking over.
Did you see what that's about? Why that's happening?
No,
They're just making a change.
I believe you're up
Yeah,
33 to
33
nothing. Let Tahir take the rest of the night off.
I mean, Tahir had a good game. 6 for 10, 108 yards, and a touchdown. They are going to get taken down after a gain of 3.
believe that was Michael Leonard on the carry there.
So 2nd and 7 on the 42. Clock still ticking. Nice give to a number 11 there. There is a flag.
It's Kyrie Miller Morales.
I like the idea of putting in the players that haven't gotten a whole lot of snaps this year. You know, if you're up 33-0, the likelihood of Meadowbrook being able to get it together at this point and pulling out a win is slim to none, but you are looking at a playoff position. So it's good to see what everybody's got, you know, just in case you get into a situation where one of them has to play, you know that they at least feel comfortable, you know.
If you prepare for the worst, then you're always set up for the best.
Right. So that's 2nd and 15 on the 42. Or sorry, right at the 50.
That was Gerald Pretlow, number 30.
He's going to bring up 3rd and 12. Like I said, I think this is just see what you got. See what you got out of these players. Maybe try out a couple plays you haven't tried.
Get their feet wet. Devontae Lee stepped in a few times this season.
Who was that?
Quarterback,
Low
number 5.
snap.
Hit while he throws it.
Yeah, still gets the pass off, but brings up 4th down. Likely punt situation, which will back Meadowbrook up back close to their end zone with a good kick, obviously.
Let me introduce you to my man, Santino Freeman.
If anybody can do it, it's him.
Santino!
Chris Allen rushing out there to be that 11th man. Flag looks like it might be a delay of game. Yep, delay of game on Prince George, which is going to back him up 5.
Chris Allen already wasn't having a great game. They'd probably be a touch madder at him for that. But,
you know,
kind of hard to be mad at a man in back-to-back games. Not only has blocked for most of your touchdowns, but also has scored 2 of them. So.
No, he's somebody who's consistently been good, but has only gotten better through the season.
Great kick.
Wow. Missed a big hit there.
Oh. Right, Curtis Allen and Davis Lee standing right there.
Yeah, a few words exchanged there at the end of that play.
You got the 1-2 running backs laying down the 1-2 hits.
Play all sides, you know? Meadowbrook going to go for it 1st and 10 on the 30. They're going to be a give to that right side. And he is going to go down behind the line of scrimmage, looking like he's going to lose 6 out of it. They're going to say 5, so 2nd and 15 on the 25. 4 minutes and 38 seconds of this quarter.
Not helping their stat line.
QB keep trying to run it up the middle. He's going to take... Wow, I thought he took a big hit, but that must have been one of his blockers. He's going to stay on his feet and takes it up.
He got shoved all the way to that.
Yeah, the 38. He's going to be about a yard or two shy of that first down.
That's going to make it 3rd and real short, 3rd and 1. Meadowbrook going for that 9th first down of the game. Ah, snap.
Been a common trend all game.
He's caught all of them right above his head.
They are able to get it up for
Flag
a
on the
first
play.
down. I think there's a flag, but it looks like he was able to take it up to the 49 before going out of bounds.
I believe it's on Meadowbrook. It is.
Wow. Meadowbrook is just hurting themselves. We saw it earlier with that muffed punt where they could have gotten the ball. You know, it's just they hurt themselves. They make a play and just bring it right back.
We pointed that out before. I mean, earlier in the season, and they have. Prince George had a problem with it the season before, and they've really cleaned it up this season.
Yeah. So going to bring up 3rd and 4 on the 35. He's going to step back for a pass, but he's able to run and makes the completion on that right side of the field at about the 46 to get a first down.
Three minutes and 25 seconds left in this 3rd quarter.
You just like to see the little bit of life come out of them, you know? Pick up some more first downs. Again, you hope they can turn it around. So 1st and 10 on the 46. Give it to the running back to that right side, and he's going to go backwards.
That was Justin Burton from Meadowbrook there.
Only going to go backwards about a yard, though. Maybe 6 inches. You know, he's short, but...
I get you got to keep the run a part of your scheme, but every now and then passing does help.
Yeah. I think that's hurt another.
Horrible snap. He just runs with it. Look.
Pass
Got
over
him.
the middle, and he is able to get his guy over the middle. They're going to say he's down at the 49, so he's going to pick up 6 out of that.
It's going to make it 3rd and manageable.
Yeah, 3rd and about 4.
Running
Good
low.
play. Again, you like to see it from the quarterback. Again, not the best game, but that quarterback is giving it his all. He has tried to keep it. He has had no time to do anything, but he's scrambled, made a couple of big plays right there. I mean, that ball was 3 yards above his head, and he was able to just run to it, scoop it up, stay calm, stay collected, and made the play. Another high snap, but he's able to get it. Deep pass, and it is batted away. Prince George defense, I mean, they had three defenders on top of him. I mean, there was no way he was catching that ball.
That was Jacob Lee. on the defense. A lot of hand fighting on that play.
Yeah.
They definitely let them play on that one. It's going to be a timeout on PG.
Yep. I think they're just trying to slow it down. You know, PG had two, although that last play was an incompletion, two big plays, you know, what could have been, and just slow it down. You know, again, at this point, if you could play a perfect game here, I think that's the objective.
You want to go out with positives. And right here is where you just slow the game down on Meadowbrook's side. I mean,
wasting time. Make them waste time.
Yep.
You can just see the energy shift in the two teams, though. I mean, Prince George is full of life. I mean, these cheerleaders are doing backflips. Hats off to these cheerleaders, too. I know we've talked about them a few times this season, but not enough. I mean, they have been out here in the cold and the rain. It doesn't matter. They have been out here cheering on their Royals, and their team's getting it done. Doing it again tonight. Just under 2 minutes to go of this third quarter. Still 33-0. 4th and 4. Meadowbrook is going to go for it.
Kind of have to. If you don't get this one, then you're definitely out of it. But
so you're saying there's a chance now.
There's always a chance.
Screen pass to that right side, and it is incomplete. That is going to be a turnover on downs. Third turnover of the game.
Jaheim White wants that one back.
I mean, because he was open. So that's going to give Prince George the ball on their own 48.
We get to see some more of Devontae Lee.
I'd like to see second string catch a score here. You know, just so they can prove to the first string, like, hey, we got it too.
Not all them points were y'all.
There's going to be run up the middle, and he is held on pretty good by middle linebacker. There is a flag. I think they're going to call a hold on Meadowbrook.
That was Gerald Pretlow with the rush.
Let's see what they call here.
He's signaling it's on Meadowbrook.
It looked like a hold on Meadowbrook's side. Let's see what that's on.
Ooh. Personal foul on the Royals.
Wow, never mind. I think there was a missed hold there. I'm going to stick to my word there. Meadowbrook was holding pretty good, but I'm also not on the field, so.
You know, there's times where I'm sitting there thinking, man, it'd be cool to be on the field, reffing, whatever, coaching. This box is pretty nice every now and then.
This box is warm up here. I mean, this window's open, so it's not too warm, but it's warmer than it would be down there, I'm sure.
I'm glad you're on my side. So we're going to back the Royals up.
Back them up 10. It's going to be a 1st and 20. Take them back to the 30, it's about the 36. Clock ticking, a minute and 38 to go of this third quarter. They're going to give for a run up the middle for a minimal gain. I think they're going to get about 3 out of that.
You're in clock melting mode.
Yeah, for sure. I mean, minute and 20 to go this third quarter. You're trying to waste as much time as you can.
I don't really think they're going to let Devontae Lee throw it too many times here.
Why not?
I don't think so.
I doubt that that's part of the strategy. I mean, look at these backflips from these cheerleaders. Wow. You guys
To anyone that
Well,
says that's not a sport needs to never talk about sports again.
For sure. I mean, you guys.
I could never
unfortunately
do
missed
that.
that on the live stream, but I mean, they just did probably 15 backflips here going down the
In
track.
pretty good unison, too.
Yeah, that was good. When's the last time you did a backflip, Jesse?
Accidentally the other day out of a lawn chair. Does that count?
It counts. It counts in my book. I mean, there's another flag. Let's see where this is at.
Block in the back.
Block in the back on Prince George. They're just gonna back themselves up a little further. They figured second
If we just
and 20
hold on
wasn't
to
enough.
if we just hold on to second down and keep running the ball, eventually there'll be no time left.
Yeah, for sure.
You're gonna run out of field to back up.
Then you punt it.
Then you go on to third down.
Yeah. So second and 20 on the 40. Not 40. On the 30.
Give it to Gerald Lee again. Gerald Pretlow. Sorry. Gerald Pretlow. That's going to be the end of the third quarter. We're going to flip sides of the field. The score is still 33. Prince George, Meadowbrook, nothing.
Let's get, while they're all lined up, let's get a shot of these cheerleaders for the people at home here. Dude.
That is the energy they have had all season.
All season, again, for there to not be that many people in the stands. I mean, they sure do bring the energy and get some people talking and moving.
Yep. Great season, guys.
So with this, it's safe to assume they're going to wrap up that fourth seed. And
It's a little safe to say, but I mean, I'm not gonna.
yeah,
Not gonna join
it
you.
could happen. But I tell you, I look forward to this postseason. You talk about Highland Springs is always good. They're playing Verina, who is always good, and one of the two have to make it. You got Manchester and Hermitage, who are playing great ball. I mean, of these four teams, I mean, it could go any way.
With Prince George being the underdog, I kind of want to ride with him.
Oh, 100%. Just for the, like you said, I mean, I would believe that they would be the only team in the postseason with one loss.
To Dale, who is also in the playoffs
Right.
themselves.
Who is now they finished their season undefeated.
Undefeated.
Going on to their postseason.
They just beat Dinwiddie, I believe, yesterday, 19-14.
Yep. So 3rd and 20 at the start of this fourth quarter. 12 minutes to go of this ball game.
PG trying to make up some ground here in shotgun. High snap. And they're letting Devontae Lee put some air under it. And they're
Just
gonna.
short. I think they're gonna say offensive pass interference. It looks Prince George believes that they're gonna get that pass interference call, but that looked like offensive pass interference to
It's
me.
almost going either way, but it always goes to the offense. More than likely, it goes to the offense.
Two flags.
Pass interference on the defense.
Wow. So that's going to bring up 3rd and 5. It's been a long drive with no yards to come of it.
Besides that one. Off the penalty,
Another
and that's
pass, and it is nearly intercepted. That corner is wishing he could have that back because that was in his hands.
That was Caleb Bishop for the Monarchs. Really upset he didn't come up with that one. I mean, right off the fingertips.
It was a tough throw. I don't think he had full control over that one. Just came up short. So that's going to bring up 4th and 5.
They bring out all the starters to punt.
Wow.
Chris Allen is back out there. Curtis Allen is back out there. Stephon Hicks is back out there. Willie Jennings is out there.
Maybe a fake? Why not?
They did it last
Come
time.
on, why not?
Nope. Put it into Santino.
Beautiful kick.
Ooh.
Whoa. It hit a Monarch.
I believe a Monarch fell on it, and he
Yeah,
did.
but I think that he was able to get a hold of it. So that is going to bring up Meadowbrook with the ball, down by 33 with 11 minutes and 40 seconds to go of this game. We spoke about it a little while ago, but we'll talk about it again. It has just been fun watching these kids, go from two. Oh, looks like there was a face mask on Meadowbrook, so that's going to back them up even further. Yeah, as I was saying, watching these kids grow. We watched Curtis Allen last year, who was that RB2 spot, kind of doing the 1-2 with Sidney Rose, and then Sidney went down, and when he went down, he had no choice but to pick up all the slack, and it's like he just ran with that momentum and never slowed back down. Watching Chris Allen, he was somebody we talked about a little bit last year, but not until these past 3 games has Chris Allen really stepped it up.
He's getting more and more involved. I mean, his blocking has improved immensely. I mean, to the point to where they're using him as a runner. I mean,
yeah. I mean, to put him in the fullback position like they've been doing is genius. The guy is so strong that
he runs track and field.
Right. Exactly. That's what I'm saying. He's
he's
the
lead
footwork.
blocker.
He's got the size. He's just plowing right through these guys in for the score. I mean, it's impressive. It is impressive to watch this team develop.
That was a defensive setup there.
Yeah. Straight man all the way across. So clock still ticking. 11 minutes and 15 seconds. 3rd and 12. On their own 7. QB's going to keep again, and he's going to run it back to about where they started. That's going to make it a 4th and 11.
It's not a good night for Monarch football.
No, I think at this point, what I was talking about earlier when you were watching the energy shift from Prince George to Meadowbrook, I think at this point, they're just kind of waiting for the game to be over. Not a whole lot of life. I mean, that poor quarterback is running it.
Little tidbit.
80% of the plays.
Mama Kirby went to Meadowbrook,
Did she?
and she was a little excited for this game, and I'm starting to wonder if she's still tuning in.
Mama Kirby, if you were listening, there's that shout out that you've been waiting for.
Not taking a Meadowbrook bounce.
No.
And a great set of field position for Prince George to come out here.
Couldn't ask for better. Could not ask for better.
No matter how this drive ends, if it stalls and you end up stopping right here, I'm trying Santino right here to see if he can get me those 3 points if I ever need them from a small distance. I mean, you're turning it over. Their offense has gotten 9 first downs, a couple of them off of penalties.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, I agree. I mean, situational football, you know, if you see if you can make these long kicks.
They're playing man.
He's going to run that up the middle for a gain of looks about 4.
And we're going to melt some more time off this clock.
Under 10 minutes at this point.
9:45 and still counting. Just get you a little closer.
Run it up the middle again, but he is met right at the line of scrimmage.
This is where a screen would be fantastic.
Yeah, hit him on the outside. You know,
Hit him on the big side of the field over there.
yeah, like you said, you don't really want to let him air it out. But if he could make a couple of little screen passes, you know, just something to get his confidence
You
going.
want your backup
know,
to
get
have a
some
couple
completions.
connection confidence. Yeah.
Yeah. I mean, that receiver up top is just playing one-on-one.
All of them are. I mean, you watch these middle linebackers creep up. All of them. They're overly into, except for one. One backed out.
Whoa! Almost intercepted again.
That was Kevon Miles from Meadowbrook almost coming up with a pick for himself there.
Yeah. Pretty pass. Just good defense.
They got Santino out there.
That's what I'm saying. See if you can get it.
They're going to try a field goal. See what kind of legs Santino has for this playoff season coming up. And he gets it up. No good. He's got the leg for it, but it was just left.
That's something that you think they're going to be practicing a lot.
You have to.
Next
I mean, if he had a better hold there, it was a little bit of a high snap, and the holder had a little bit of time trying to get the ball straight. If he had a better hold, he would probably got a better kickoff. But at least now you know he can get it close.
He can get it. I mean, that was a 35-yard kick. So that is going to be a turnover for Prince George, which gives Meadowbrook the ball on the 20. 8 minutes and 27 seconds. Ooh,
Double reverse.
Yep.
Or no, it was just a reverse.
He is still going to go down behind the line of scrimmage. He's going to lose.
Little jet
Man.
sweep with a reverse.
I liked it. I liked the play.
But it's just a lot going on in the backfield.
It's a lot going on. I'm not going to
start.
play referee, so I'm not going to say it. But
Got to start working above the line of scrimmage, though. I
yeah,
mean,
you got to move the ball. And I mean,
all this trickery is not going to get that at least front four to slow down at all.
they're too big and they're too strong. They're going to get back there to you. You know,
They're
by
already
the
back
time-
there by the time the first handoff happens.
When they made that second or that reverse where he dumped it back and he tried to go the other way, I mean, he was met by a guy right there. I mean, come on, he tried to run up the middle.
He tried to toss it to the running back in the middle. It was a forward toss. I didn't understand that one. I don't get some of these. I mean, Meadowbrook is digging deep into their playbook at this point.
Yeah, and I mean, they had a little bit of a passing game early. Makes you wonder why they veer away from some things.
Well, they're also trying to figure out too. I mean, the new coaching system and everything over there.
For
They're
sure.
trying to know what's working, what's not working, what they have time for, where they need to improve all this off season. I mean, football's gonna be back. What, July?
Right, just a couple of weeks, couple of months, you know. And I know we've been kind of hard on them this game just for the sake of the play, you know, 33-0. When you haven't put up any points and you keep getting taken down behind the line of scrimmage, although he's a good run here.
That's a first down.
That's a first down.
I mean,
Good run.
Khalil Coward is. I mean, he ran for his life on that play.
Yeah. But no, what I was
Wide
saying is, you know, we haven't had a lot of good to say tonight just based off of what we've seen. But again, hats off to them. Anybody watching on Meadowbrook, I know we've been tough on them, but we mean the best, and we do hope that they get better. You know, again, with the new head coach, we saw how the game ended last year. You know, with the little breakout scuffle, we'll call it, that happened there. But you know, we're hoping that culture's changed, and we're hoping that they're able to get something going for the future. But again, right there, he's going to get taken down behind the line of scrimmage.
I believe that was Jaden Bonner on the tackle for Prince George.
It's going to bring up 2nd and 13 with under 7 minutes to go of this game. 6 minutes and 50 seconds. Clock still ticking.
A little confusion on the Prince George side, secondary.
Run up the middle. He's going to be
They're
about
not
a
rushing
yard.
anybody. They're not blitzing. They're not doing anything. That's just the defensive line showing you what they can do.
Yeah, if you watch these linebackers here, I mean, they're pretty much just staying put,
Yeah,
playing
they're
like a little zone.
Yeah. It's like a press prevent. You'll give them the first 5 as long as they eats the clock off. Because watch, I mean, it's just a line of like 6 of them.
It's going to be 3rd and 11.
Pressing the backers, though.
39. He's going to step back to pass.
Overshoots him. Pass intended for Justin Burton once again.
So that's going to be 4th and 11. Clock does stop for the pass, so it's going to be 5:52. 33-0 still. Throw it deep. See if you can make something happen here.
And they're going to let him pass it on 4th down.
Good pass over the middle, and it's nearly intercepted. Prince George, number 12, had his hands on it.
I believe
Or
that
number
was
10.
Number 10, Jaheim White for Prince George. I mean, he wanted that one. It could have been Pick City tonight with all these drops, though.
Yeah, I mean, that's one for Prince George. I think Meadowbrook's had 2 that he could have had in his hands.
They've both been swapping the almost intercepted.
Yeah. So that's going to
Hard
bring up
drop.
the 4th turnover on downs for Meadowbrook.
There you go.
So you're going to give Prince George 1st and 10 on the 36.
Don't know what happened there. Power run.
Yeah, he's going to get, looks 7 out of it.
I think he takes that all the way up to the 30-yard line. Clock winding down to 5 minutes and 30 seconds left in this fourth quarter.
Second and 3 on the 30. Nice run to that left side. He's going to go out of bounds at the 11.
That's going to be number 11.
There you go.
Tyree Miller-Morals.
They're going to say 13-yard line. Good run. This week in practice, I'm talking to the team, and if I'm the coaches, and I'm saying what we did tonight is what we've got to do next week. We've got to get everybody involved early. We've got to get a strong run game because that's what they've done all season, you know. But you've got to get the passing down, which they've done tonight. Tahir Johnson has got himself out of some sticky situations.
That was Gerald Pretlow there. Oh, but no doubt to what you were saying. I mean, you just carry this over. This was nothing but, I mean, a confidence boost for everybody. I mean, you came out and you hung how many points in the first half? Was it 30? 25? Come out, your first string hits another one. Second string is coming together.
It was 30 because remember he get that last second touchdown at the back of the end zone.
Okay.
So 30 points.
33.
Yeah, they got the 30 at this half, but no big deal. Did it not?
They get the field goal.
I don't remember.
It's been a little bit of a hazy kind of
Yeah,
game.
it's been a dull last 12 minutes of this game.
Clock winding down to 3 minutes, though.
I just like that they were able to get the passing game, getting Stephon Hicks and Willie Jennings and these people involved early on in the game.
Curtis Allen having a night. Chris Allen having a night.
Both of them.
I believe that pass was intended for A.J. Gatling. Looks like they're going to come out and try another field goal. That's going to be a jump. Offsides on the defense. Just going to make it a little bit easier of a try for Santino. Second attempt at a field goal. Much better kick. And he got it.
There you go.
That's going to make it 36-0.
Should be 36-0. Stayed 34, but I think there's a little.
Oh, there they go.
Thank you, clock operator.
A little confusion for a PAT versus a field goal there.
So 2 minutes and 19 seconds to go of this first half. So Prince George gonna punt it off for likely the last drive.
Off the punt once
Wow.
again.
So they're going to start on the 31. So 1st and 10 on the 31, under 2 minutes to go. Clock still ticking.
Another quick reminder that we are at 1 minute and 40 seconds. Score 36-0. PG on top. It's been that way all game. I mean,
Yep, they're going to lose yardage there.
that was just another jab at Mama Kirby there.
Sorry.
Why are you sorry?
Sorry for I guess, anybody that was wishing this game could have gone a different way, because this game has been very much one-sided.
Clock rolling on down to about 1 minute left now, too. Probably looking at a last few plays here. Very high snap.
Quarterback going to get taken down again behind the line.
He couldn't get his feet set. He caught the ball after the high snap, looked up, and he already had Mo Pine in his face. And I don't know if you can see Mo Pine, but the man's 6'5", 230 pounds.
Wow.
And I say man because he's bigger than me.
Ask him if y'all can arm wrestle.
Nope, he wins.
So it's going to be 3rd and 35 with 35 seconds to go. Clock still ticking. I think they're just going to talk their way into these last couple of seconds.
Or talk their way out of.
Oh, confetti on the French George side.
Hey,
There is a first for that.
there we go. Another little shoot.
Meadowbrook is going to go about to the line of scrimmage again, keeping it.
And that's going to do it.
Prince George wins the game.
They win 36-0. Royals over the Monarchs. They are going to go. They are going to lock down that 4th seed. They are into the postseason. I don't know if they're going to be playing Manchester or Hermitage yet or not, but they looked complete that whole first half. I mean, for Prince George, Chris Allen, Curtis Allen, Stephon Hicks, all of them. I mean, to hear
Willie Jennings
Oh,
in, the,
yeah.
in the end zone.
everybody, I mean, that was a first half that you have needed to complete all season, and you got it done in the game that you needed to at least get it done in. I mean,
Sure. I like the second half. I mean, it shows that they're able to control a lead. And I think that's the biggest thing that people miss in this sport, is that they think, all right, you go up 30 points in the first half, you know, and then all of a sudden you can't maintain it. It's the whole Tom Brady Falcons situation, 28-3, you know? Like, you get so hot that it's hard to keep that momentum, and that they were able to take it and slow it down, but stay as consistent as they've been.
defense held together strong all game, trying to trade off picks and fumble recoveries. Fantastic. I cannot wait to see next week's game.
Look at this girl doing backflips all the way down.
Probably either be Manchester or Hermitage.
So again, we will be here. We're hoping. We'll let you know on social media within the next couple of days. We're hoping we'll be either in Manchester or Hermitage. Until then, it's been fun. It's been a great regular season. Again, we've had a lot of fun being
Had a
here.
blast.
Thank you, Prince George, for allowing us to be here.
Thank you so much.
Congratulations to the Royals. Congratulations to the cheerleaders. We'll see y'all next week.
Thank y'all.